Oval chain rings. Should I or shouldn't I bother? So chain rings, obviously chain rings have been around a long time. They're normally round, and for obvious reasons. And back when I first started mountain biking, not long after that, Shimano introduced what they call Biopace, which was an oval chain set. 3 rings were all slightly oval, and when you rode it, the idea was it would improve pedaling. Now when you rode it, you could feel it, you could tell where, you know, where that oval was. So it sort of came and went, wasn't very well taken up. Went back to round. Everyone's been on round rings for years, and then oval was reintroduced. And I must admit, I know there's some people out there that don't seem to see the benefits, but if I just explain to you, so this is an oval ring. As you can see, it's like a bit of a rugby ball. So what you've got is, if you imagine your pedal is in, so you're coming into the low where you're pressing on the pedal. So as you press on the pedal, this is the power stroke. So this is when you want as much power as possible. So you get, so the chain ring is getting bigger. So it's like all of a sudden you've got a bigger chain ring. So you're increasing the size of the chain ring. So this is now a bigger, the circle is now bigger than it is here. So this part now, where you've got maximum power when you're pedaling, you're pushing on the pedal, this is when you want the biggest chain ring to give you the biggest power. As you get to the dead spot, which is top, you know, which is there, where there's no power going through, what you've got now is you've got a smaller chain ring, because the oval of the oval, so this is the smallest distance from chain ring to center of the crank. So what you're getting is you're getting power when you want it, and then when you get to the dead spot, you're sort of falling. This is making it easier to pedal. So you're quickly going through that part back to power again on the other side. So what you'll get is a smoother power transfer to your rear wheel. So as you pedal, as you get to that part, the crank or the oval design will take you through that easier than it would do if it was round. So you'll go through the dead part and then back up to power again. And what this does is it smooths out your power transfer to the back wheel. So you're less likely to get wheel spin. You don't you don't get a sudden boost of speed. It doesn't make you, well, from what I can tell, it doesn't actually make you faster. It just makes everything smoother. I found this specifically on a fat bike. Obviously I ride a lot of fat bikes, and my experience was with a oval chain ring, a fat bike has it wants to bob, because you've got an amount of give in the tyre, because the tyres run quite soft. So you tend to get a bit of a bob going if the tyre's really soft and you've got a round ring, because your power transfer is going on off, so it's not smooth. So as you go across a beach, for instance, the track in the beach will go fat thin as the tyre bobs up and down. As soon as you put an oval chain ring on, that tread in the sand gets more even, because you're not getting that bobbed, that intermittent power transfer. You're getting a much smoother power transfer. So it does work. The other reason I noticed it worked, you don't notice it when you fit it, can't tell. It doesn't really feel like you're doing no advantage at all, until you've been riding an oval for quite some time and you go back to round, and all of a sudden it feels like something's holding you back at this point. It just seems like there's something wrong. And it basically is because you're having to carry your power through yourself rather than it falling through, and you have that easier part. Hope that sort of explains. It's quite a difficult thing to explain, but basically what it does is it smooths out your power transfer and makes your power input much smoother to the back wheel. I hope you understood that. Okay, anyway, from what I would say is I thoroughly recommend getting an oval chainring.